Okay, I'm going to share and expose thought. You know what I be wondering? When it comes to these different religions and beliefs, I be wondering, what is the end game? Or does the game ever end? And what I mean is, what outcome would you like to see from your teachings, right? Like if a religion could paint a picture, what would the world look like from your teachings? I'm gonna give you an example because I be wondering because when I see like the Israelites on the corners and they be like, we the true Israelites, and God, and God is back, that's fine, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. But when they be like, we are the true Israelites, I be like, okay, now what? Like, what are we supposed to do with that? Really, because I just know who I am now. But even, if I was to accept that, what do you, what do we do with it? Like, do you want us to gather up all the black people and go back to Israel? Like, I want to know what, what outcome do you want to see from teaching these things and letting us know these things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. I'm happy you letting us know. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I be wanting to know the outcome of things. Like, what does the outcome look like? Or are you just talking? Okay, are you really trying to get a result? Or are you just talking? I do be wanting, and that's not just with them. I'm not saying with any religion, even with Christians, I be like, I be wondering, like, y'all, I know the Bible is, it's not, it's a good thing to have and to read, good book to read, I always say it may activate you in some way, wake you up or put you to sleep, either one. And it's a good book to read, but I be wondering, like, the people, like whoever they was, the scholars or whatever, they sat down and wrote the Bible, right? These are men that wrote the Bible, and they say it was inspired by God, right? But I be wondering sometimes, like, do God ever talk to these preachers? Like, do they have a direct connection to God? Do God give them anything to talk? Like, if they didn't have the Bible, that's what I want to know. Like, what do you have to talk about? Did God tell you anything that could help us today to make the world a better place? Like, I be want to know, like, he spoke to all of them people and you still using them as a crutch. But this is a new day. What what has God given you to speak about? Now, it's nothing wrong with it because most of the times I would think that they really wouldn't have nothing to talk about if the Bible wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So they need it, But if I'm trying to be as nice because I don't want it, but just make it applicable to what's happening today, right? If you're going, I'm just, because at the end of the day, what change do you want to see in the world? And how is the way you interpret the Bible and you preach the Bible, how does that help the people? I just be want to know, like, is it working? Like, is it working? That's all that matters. If it's working, it doesn't matter what you believe in. Like, I don't understand when people shun people for not believing in what they believe in. I have love for everybody. I don't care what you believe in if it's working for you and it's making the world a better place. And I think you should, but that's okay. Even with atheists, I am not even playing. I have learned some things from them. I'm spiritual. I'm not confined to any religion, you know. But I respect them all because you can learn from them all. And when I say spiritual, that just means I'm free. Hey, you can have your own definition for it. But to me, it just means freedom. I can go, I can get love from anywhere, from the Muslims, from the Christians, from I didn't even learn something from atheists. They don't even believe in God, but and these are theological scholars that I listen to because I be want to see what their mindset is and how they think. I like to learn from different people, but you know, and they be making a lot of sense. They do. They make a lot of sense, but I will say this: they don't believe. I believe in God. That one guy was like, he was talking to a girl and he was asking her to, there was like the atheists versus the Christians or whatever. He was like, prove your God. How can you prove your God, right? So of course you can't really prove God. You know what I'm saying? Because you always gonna have to go back to what somebody said, like the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna say man wrote that. So they got a good fight. Because we really, it's all about what you believe in. Because these people that wrote the Bible, of course, they say that it was inspired by God. But God can talk to you too. You know, you can get a revelation that was inspired by God. So I see his point. There's no way to prove it. Like I can sit up there and tell you all day. Now I believe in God or the God within, however you want to put it. But it's some things that happened to me, and God intervened, and I know it had to be. But that would not be no good fight because I still can't prove my experience to you. And if I did tell you my experience, it's still up to you to believe it or not. But I can't prove it to you. But the thing is, and then I think she was like, "Well, the creation, like who created, the birds and the skies, and like all this other stuff." She was about the creation. He was like, "You don't know." He was like, "Why people just can't say they don't know when they don't know?" Black, and he didn't say black. He said people always wanna, when they don't know something, they always wanna make a story up. He said, "Why you just can't say you don't know?" I don't know how it began. The creation began. They have to go to the Bible. That's still a man telling you, something. So that's what he's saying. But the thing is, the fact that you can't prove and that you don't know is the proof itself. I'm just saying that might go over your head, but that is the proof that you really just can't make those. You can't prove it. That's the proof that there is something higher. So something more, whatever you want to put or call it. You can call it the Anunnakis, the gods, and people call it all different things. I'm not mad at them. You know, but I just want us to I be wondering like, what I'm really saying like, with the religions, with all this division, I just want the division to stop. Like, it's clear that we're not gonna all agree on. We're not gonna agree on everything, but I want to know, what do they actually agree on? Like, what do they actually agree on that they can build from? Like, I think, like, what do we all want to see for our people? I'm sure they probably would say, we want them to a better world, however that looks to you, healthier mindset for the people, you know, yeah, things like that, you know, to be able to walk this world and feel safe within it, like, I'm just thinking of anything that we can build on that we agree on. That we want to make the world a better place in any way that we can. So how do we begin to do that if all we doing is fighting, trying to figure out, fight like whose religion is the right religion and whose religion and who got like it's crazy. Like, what about ain't none of y'all right? Like, who really knows? We just want to make the world a better place. I don't know. I was just exposing my thought because I do be thinking like that. Because I just want us to come together. Yeah, I just want us to be better people and love each other. It's not a strong arm. It's really not. All right. I just wanted to say that.